Now I gotta connect myself to my own live. Here we go. And then pop out chat. There we go. No, it's probably going to take a little while before anybody jumps on here because I did not announce an early live chat. So we'll see. And of course, somebody else is going to start the ball.
That was me.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my earbuds in so I can hear. Oh no, I can hear you. You don't hear the other people.
Hattie. Chandy?
Chandra, yes.
Chandra, okay. Luckily somebody can read these names better than I can. Okay, it looks like I got 6 people on here. I'm just doing an impromptu live session just for, excuse my French, shits and giggles. We have been it's been a fairly busy day. We got a lot of cleaning done, a lot of picking up. We started doing some organizing in our living room, which will be probably on Jerry Ann's channel. But I do have a cleaning video of how I clean the bathroom, so that will be on tomorrow, maybe? I don't know. Excuse me. A little cough there from all the dust and whatnot that's probably now coming out of the air. Those of you who are on here and may have watched some of my other videos, I'm glad some of you guys are enjoying those videos because it's I wouldn't call it a pride thing. It's more of a excited, happy type thing with what I've been reading and trying to do. That was a mom sighting, by the way. For those of you who are wondering who was walking behind me.
She said thanks for waiting.
I tried.
Well, we're late, 9:30.
Yeah, we were going to start this at 9:30. We're a bit late on our start because we wanted to finish up some small details before basically taking the rest of the night off and relaxing. And tomorrow's going to be a day of basically we're going to use Sunday as Sunday was meant to be, a day of just relaxing. Hi, Diane. I'm hoping one of my favorite people comes on here later on. Sheila Hall, she was one who suggested my interest, or that I might be interested in the American Cozy book, which is basically American's version of Hagee, or Hughie, as I learned how to pronounce it. Huga, something like that. Somewhere in that realm. And I've been enjoying it. It's spurred me and Jerry Ann through me to start getting things organized and cleaned and fixed up and rearranged and gone through and decided what we really need and what we don't need, deciding what to keep and what not to keep type stuff. But one of the things I learned through American Cozy, which was a whole lot more informational and more mind, body, and spirit than the original Scandinavian version of The Secret of Hughie. I hope I'm saying that right. Excuse me, I'm not getting cold. I'm just coughing up all the dust and whatnot from sweeping and mopping and cleaning up my bathroom. So, yeah. Good day, tough day, end of the day. My body is like, we're done. No more. So, might have to do some minor things for Jerry Ann before we go to bed, but they won't be, you know, as I was joking around with Jerry as she was shooting the video for what we were doing here in the living room, I was joking around going, I lift things up and I put them down. Yeah, we like to joke around in this house. We don't take everything seriously, especially when things are going smoothly and whatnot. There are times that's just kind of like, go away, leave me alone. But everybody has those days. Need help there? You sure? Okay. She's monitoring monitoring the channel while trying to do things. Hey, Sheila. Now I know I have two Sheila Halls. Hopefully, this is the Sheila Hall that introduced me or suggested reading American Cozy. And between her and Nellie, hopefully Nellie gets on here later on, they've been very gracious. Suggestion of the book, a couple of different gifts that match my personality and my love for all things Norse. Um, it's great to have people like that. Everybody needs somebody who's, knows who knows your personality well enough to know what to get you for a gift if they decide to do it. I never asked anybody to give me anything, but they did it out of the kindness of their heart, so I thank them. Anyhow, since I have a few more people, I'm gonna catch, especially Sheila, because she just popped on. Today was a busy day. I did the bathroom, which somebody over here tried to get me to cry because she was all happy and giddy and whatnot because I did it for her. We started doing some organizing and rearranging here in the living room, which Jerry has for her channel. It started out kind of rocky and whatnot because I was just kind of like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then I went into, tried to do my morning blog, and that just kind of went, yep. Couldn't get my brain straight. Everything came out garbled or just nonsensical. And I went, you know what? I'm not going to put that on YouTube. I'll just do an impromptu live session. So here we are, impromptu, where anything and everything can happen. You reading the comments, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because Sheila had.
I answered.
Okay. I don't know. It hasn't popped up on mine, so I don't know. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, impromptu is good. Why is some of the comments coming up faster on my phone than they are on my screen?
They do.
I don't know.
They do.
But yeah, I saw the impromptu is good on my phone before it came up on the screen. Sometimes I can't see the screen, so I'm just kind of like, what did I say? But I have been reading the American Cozy, and some of the things I read yesterday or the day before, I can't remember when I read that last. We're getting into the science behind calm and why stress is so effectful and why we need to be calm as much as possible and learn how to deal with our deal with our stressors, because, well, as I read in the book even stated this, scientific research has proven that stress can cause reduction in the frontal cortex of the brain, which governs learning, memory, and emotions. And I just kind of went, aha. That might explain why my one aunt lived to almost 100 years old, because she did not stress about anything. She lived literally to be 99 years old. She passed away because of she cracked her hip, and whatever happened after she cracked her hip just turned into a bad thing, and she died literally a week and a half or so before she was supposed to be turning 100 years of age. And I just kind of went, wow. Between good healthy eating and just no stress whatsoever, I was just like, I wish. But she also, the author of American Cozy, also goes to tell you different exercises or different things you can do to reverse the shrinkage of gray matter. So yeah, 100, almost, she was literally right there on the cusp of being 100 years of age, which means she lived through World War One, World War Two, the Great Depression. She lived through a lot. I can't remember what year she passed away. It was like
2006.
2006. Thank you. Memory bank. My memory bank over there remembers numbers better than I do. Which just goes to prove the whole Nordic belief that women are better at math and numbers than men, and that's why the men let the women deal with that stuff. But, you know, I can only hope to live to be 80 if I'm lucky. Now, if I see 80, I'll be happy. If I see beyond 80, I'll be like, something. What am I doing? You know. But I remember a news report, I think back in the 90s, where they were talking to an old lady. I hate saying the old lady, but an elderly lady, who was 110 years old at the time of her interview. And I was like, geez, the stories that woman could probably tell. But anyhow, how's everybody doing? I mean, here I am just flapping my gums, and I haven't even gotten to you, the viewers, because without you guys, these videos would mean very little. You know, that would be literally me just, excuse the old school terminology, pissing in the wind. Well, I talk to myself anyhow. I just, I'm used to talking to myself. I mean, I had 30 years of just me being with me.
27. We were 27. You were 27 when we met. When you moved to New York.
No, I thought I was 28.
That was right before your 20th birthday, a couple months before you turned 28.
No, because that's right, I turned 40 in 2001. So, yeah, okay. Nah.
I was cradle robber. I mean, I still am, really.
Yeah, we know you were a cradle robber. By a year and 6 months, whoop-dee. At least I can make fun of her, like, you turned 50 before me, nee. We're a bunch of goofballs. But I had to look at my router, because every time the system freezes up, I'm like, okay, is that thing turning red? Which means I'm losing internet. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I mean, it's been a crazy year. I mean, if you look at all the events that happened in the last year alone, it's been nuts. But I'm kind of used to nutty stuff because I'm a nut anyhow. And my brain just shut off. Don't you just love it when you have some idea of what you want to be talking about, but your brain goes nutty? Oh, we had a nice little visitation today. Not somebody coming to visit us, but we have seen in the last couple of nights at least 2 different foxes running up and down our hedge line between our neighbor across the street and us. And this afternoon or this evening, Jerry might have caught the fox going by, but one of our little foxes, the younger of the 2 that I've been seeing, like ran right in front of our Arcadia door as I was doing some cleaning by that area. And according to Jerry Ann, he just kind of stopped and looked up like, what's that? And then kept on going. And I was like, what kind of foods could I give this little guy so, he's not having to always try to figure out where he's going to get his next meal, because I know now that people are getting more and more active and whatnot, he's kind of been looking like he's running around looking for a place to live or a place to eat food, because they might be doing some construction up here behind my neighbor's house across the way, and don't know what's scaring them, causing them to run back and forth between the fence line. Careful on feeding them. Well, I know any kind of wildlife you go to feed, whether it's raccoons, squirrels, or anything like that. Oh, it's very fuzzy.
It is very fuzzy.
Let me see if I can hold up the phone to the camera. But you see this little.
That little face.
That little face. That's our little fox. Here you go, babe.
He jutted by.
Yeah, he kind of scooted by like I'm
Looked up
trying.
at you like,
Yeah, probably looked up like, are you gonna hurt me?
yep.
But no, I've fed wildlife off and on throughout my entire life, and I know that it's not like simply just trying to get them to eat out of your hand. It's putting something out there that they can find easily without, you know, being encroached upon or putting them in harm's way. Um, Anybody remember? I believe they eat mostly meat. Yeah, I was thinking about trying to see if I had any kind of extra wet cat food because mom's cat doesn't like wet cat food, and I was going to put that out there for him. Um, I know. I mean, if anybody, like I was just about to say, if anybody's ever watched Steve Irwin, um, I'm kind of like, well, I'm not really Steve Irwin, but in the spirit of things, and the factor that being near wildlife, even your outdoor variety wildlife, there's always a precaution that needs to be taken when dealing with wildlife. Um, Dog food does okay. Yeah, I was thinking more cat food because I thought we had a couple extra things of cat food, but
Plus, they're in the feline family, aren't
well, yeah, foxes are kind of in a family of their own. They're
they?
not really.
Volpine, but I thought they were closer related to cats.
Yeah, they're not really cats, but they're not really dogs. They are closely related more to cats because of their characteristics and nature and whatnot. But um, well, vulpine is the Italian word for fox.
That's the Latin. I mean,
Yeah, the Latin
yeah,
word
the Latin word.
for fox is
Their
vulpine.
family, yeah.
Um, but they're not really cats. They're not really dogs. They're not rodents or weasels or any of those kind of animal, those variety of animals that most people try to like. Oh yeah, they're vermin. No, they're not. In fact, have you ever watched nature programs where you see the Arctic fox traipsing, or even the foxes that I've seen videos from National Park, Yellowstone National Park, where the foxes are just traveling along on top of the snow, and they stop and they tilt their heads down towards the snow, and all of a sudden you see them jump up and come straight down, and they come out of the snow with a roll. Um, it's the most funny yet cute thing I've ever seen on nature on nature besides baby animals.
For sure.
Depending on the seasons, availability of food. Well, I know this much. Foxes are known for eating rodents, mice, rats, rabbits, um, occasional bird, an occasional snake or reptile. So they have a very wide variety of foods that they eat. Most of the time, it is meat based. Like any wild animal, grass chewing is to help their digestion system. So they do eat some vegetation or vegetable based foods. Well, any carnivore needs certain amount of vegetation or roughage to help the digestive system. They are very yeah, they are very opportunistic eaters. Um, Hi, Granny Smith. Hey, Jessica Jernings is here. How you guys doing? Um, Jessica, because I've only been able to text you via Facebook. Thank you very much for introducing me to that North-based group that you're a part of. I really enjoy I enjoy those people. Um, so thank you very much. We're actually doing very good. To catch up, Jessica and a few other people who are starting to pop in. Today's been a busy day. We got a lot of good stuff done. I got the bathroom done. I got that cleaned up and rearranged and fixed up. Jerry is usually the one who takes care of that, but because of Jerry's issues at this point in time, I decided to do it. I took it upon myself to do it. And then we did some work here in the living room. We started on the one wall and cleaned up that space and rearranged the space and put um, um, different furniture in there to make the space a little bit more appealing. Sorry, my computer wanted to go to sleep because I wasn't moving the mouse around enough. Um, so it's been a busy day, and now my body is like, we're done. We're done. Wake us up on Monday. So that's basically what tomorrow's going to be. Tomorrow's going to be either doing nothing except for relaxing and fun stuff, or little things that are important, like the everyday stuff, trash, dishes, things like that. Um, so it's been a really good job. I'm sorry, Granny. I'm kind of one of a kind. There's very few of me left in this world nowadays. Um, no, I'm actually out of mead. I did not go on Wednesday to get my usual whiny Wednesday bottle of mead, so it's just soda. um, I wish it was mead though, but it's kind of a big cup for mead. Anybody who's been in the Midwest or know of Missouri, I don't even know if they're just in Missouri, but
I feel like there's one in Arkansas.
oh, Jerry says she thinks there's one in Arkansas, Lambert's Cafe,
Home
home of throw rolls. That's where I got this big cup.
It says there are things on the bottom. Can you read them?
The only home of the throw rolls, and it's got it's got Foley, Alabama, Skelter here in Missouri, and one in nope, that's the place in Missouri between Springfield and Branson. So there was only two.
There's only two?
One in L.A. State of L.A. That's Alabama.
No, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
L.A. or A.L.?
A.L. I'm sorry.
Alabama.
Alabama. That's what I thought. In here in Missouri. So there's only two places. Well, ladies, I like to travel, but I think Diane would have a problem with me going to one of y'all's places to help you out with your problems, being she's found plenty of things for me to do around here. She tried to clone me, right, Jerry? You know what will happen? You've ever seen a Bizarro from the Superman comics? Yeah. I'm bizarre enough as is. Trying to clone me will be, yeah, not a good thing. You ever seen the T-Rex at the end of Jurassic Park: A New World when, he eats that one guy on the boat for bringing him to L.A.? Yeah.
Are you the guy, the boat, or the T-Rex?
The T-Rex was mad for being brought to L.A. and he ate the guy on the boat.
Yeah, I said, are you the guy, the boat, or the T-Rex? I was joking. Go ahead.
What day is it? Pick your day.
That's about right. That's about right.
I only got 4 hours worth of sleep one day on the T-Rex. I worked too hard. I'm the guy on the boat dead. Then there's other days I'm just working like a crazy person. I might be the boat. I don't know. Actually, I got a better idea for Sheila. She can clone me. She can keep the clone, and I'll come to you. We have so much fun here. And there are some days that I think we have too much fun and not enough doing. But anyhow, you know what, Sheila? I think I do have a little bit of mead left, but not that much. I could use a glass of mead right now. I don't know.
I can't get you one, unfortunately.
I know. Thanks for sharing, Jerry. But no, it's been a fun day. I can't complain. Yeah, I did start out a little rough, but how many people don't have a rough start when things aren't going as smoothly as you hoped? But once we had breakfast and settled down and watched a little TV, we I got to the point where it's just like, we got to do something. I can't just sit here all the time. Um, that impacted Jerry wanted to do stuff, and I had the brilliant idea of cleaning the bathroom, even though Jerry was like, "But I want to work in here." I'm like, "Well, let me clean the bathroom because I I was getting a little like the bathroom was getting congested. It, I took a shower last night, and there was the tub alone looked really bad, and I just kind of nah, I gotta clean this. I gotta clean up this room. um, but I have my days where I just kind of go, ugh, I don't want to do nothing. Then I have my days where I'm just kind of like, let's get it all done at once. Um, Luckily, Jerry can wrangle me in on those days where I'm just kind of like, I'm full of energy and just let me go. No, it has to be controlled. Um, yeah. You know what? Give me a second.
Can you get some meat?
I'm gonna get the last of it. That ain't much. Yeah.
Please stand by. Putting your coffee. Are you putting your mouth?
There's barely enough left in there for one big gulp. But you know what? I wanted to finish it. I just have to hold tight for the next Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3, 4 days before I can go get more. Unless I want to pay full price for one bottle, which this particular mead is about $16, $17 a bottle. But if I go on Wednesday, on Winding Wednesday, I can get 2 of the generic cheap brand, which I like.
Less
I can't.
expensive.
It's less. Thank you.
It's not generic or cheap. It's less expensive.
Less expensive, and I get 2 bottles for $25, which is $5 less than the high-end brand. So, yeah. Like I said, there's barely enough in here for a gulp. And watch it go down real quick. See what happens. Yep. One big gulp. Not trying to be impressive. It's just, you know. Yes, actually, this particular brand, or this particular company that makes the cheaper brand, or less expensive brand, is actually a very good flavor. I mean, every so often I'll get the elderberry, blackberry flavored mead. Jerry likes it. It's not as potent.
No, it's just sweeter.
Sweeter. There we go. Sweeter than the just regular sweet mead, and it's made by a company called Wildwood. I looked at the bottle and I looked up the company. They're based in Kansas, right here in the United States. Based in Kansas. Probably one of the reasons why it's so inexpensive, because it's not the other brand, which is, I cannot pronounce the company, but it's called Viking's Blood, and it comes straight out of Norway. And it's about $30 a bottle. It's a good hardcore ceramic bottle, so it won't break so easily, but still. How did I get turned on to mead? Good question. To be honest with you,
Your cousin, right? When he started making it?
yeah, my cousin Matt makes it. He lives up in Washington, Seattle, Washington area, and I heard him talk about, you know, the process of making it and the different ingredients you can add to the base product to give it its different flavors. And I was just kind of like, well, mead is from the Norse community. It was first discovered by the Norse people, because they're the ones who made it way, way, way back in the 600 or 700 AD range. And you know, just curious. I'm like, let's go find out what it tastes like. And I bought a bottle of the Wildwood because it was the most inexpensive product, or mead product. And I think it was, I don't know if it was the regular sweet or if it was the elderberry that I tried first and went, oh wow, this is great. And I already liked wine. And basically that's what mead is. It's honey wine. So it's honey wine, but the way it's made almost the same as beer because it does use hops and certain kinds of grains like beer. But because it's fermented honey instead of fermented grapes, that's what makes the difference. But yeah, that's kind of how I got hooked on it. Let's see here. We can legally partake in wacky tobacco. Yeah, that's in New York.
Really?
Granny Smith in New York.
Oh, okay.
They can legally partake in
Yes,
marijuana.
marijuana products.
So, um, well, here in Missouri, we can legally partake in medical marijuana if you have the medical card, or I buy. They're not they're not straight up marijuana. It's CBD gummies,
Yeah.
which have almost the same feel good effects as marijuana, from what I was told.
It's just more medicinal. It's got the medicinal stuff out of
It's
it.
more. It's more.
Not more. It's just the medicinal.
Oh, it's a medicinal aspect of marijuana. And I'll tell you what. Besides helping with the aches and pains, they put me to sleep at night. So that's when I take them. One gummy a night for the aches and pains. It was good watching. I gotta go to bed. All right, Jessica. See you around. Jessica must live on the East Coast because it's about 11:15 there. Um, but no, we've been pretty good. You gotta run yourself there, Sheila. All right, see you around. I know I started this a little late. It was almost 11 o'clock Eastern Standard. Well, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's now.
No, it was almost 11.
Okay, it was almost 11 Eastern Standard Time.
It was almost 10 here.
Yeah, love you guys. Love you too, there, Sheila. Um, yeah, I've been on here for about 30 minutes. Um,
You need me?
no, I'm actually thinking about what I wanted to do because I didn't want to be on here too long. I know some of my regular videos are pretty long. Oh, you live in whereabouts do you live in Texas, there, Jesse? And you're not a night owl. I'm the opposite. I can easily stay up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and not really be problematic unless I have to wake up early. So I've been trying to keep a regular schedule of getting up at like 10:30, trying to go to bed by midnight. But I can understand a lot of people who are not night owls can't do that. But since tomorrow is going to be one of my R&R days, and if I don't read anything tonight, we'll see what happens for a video tomorrow morning. I might just use the video from me cleaning the bathroom as my Sunday video. About 30 miles from Dallas. Okay.
Ooh, north, south, east, or west?
Yeah, north, south, east, or west. We have friends down in
Houston.
Houston region. Sugar
And I
Land.
have family from, some people live in McKinney.
Oh, and she's got family or something like that in McKinney.
Girls I grew up with.
So, hi Angie. Glad you can make it. I'll probably won't only be on here for another 15 minutes or so. I don't know. Depends. It depends on a lot of different things. But, oh, okay, there it is. Finally caught you live. Jerry is currently monitoring for any negativity, and I'm just
I'm moderating. Just close.
she's moderating. I'm just having fun. I can watch the replay. That's fine, Angie. I might because at least two of you just came on. I will just kind of recap. Today was a busy day, and we got a lot of stuff done. We did some rearranging here in the living room. I cleaned up the bathroom. All in all, we feel we've had a very productive day. So tomorrow's
He
gonna.
cleaned the bathroom so well that it made me cry.
I don't know if you just heard that. Um, yeah, my cleaning job in the bathroom broke her down. Awesome. I live close to.
I said that in Mount Rockwell, close to Eastern McKinney.
Okay. Well, next time we travel in that general direction, we might have to
Yeah.
swing by and meet up. And we have fun visiting people when we get a chance to.
Yes.
We have, well, Jerry, I should say, Jerry Han has a couple friends here in the area that every so often she runs into. Mom eats marijuana chocolate for her pains and anxiety. Yes, one of the many, many different beneficial factors that scientists have discovered with marijuana. Probably one of the reasons why they are now legalizing marijuana, or at least medical marijuana in a lot of different states, is because of it helps with glaucoma, it helps with pain, it helps with mental disorders. There's a lot of different beneficial medicinal factors for marijuana. Granted, there are the few people who want to try to be the rotten apple in the barrel and overdo it. But like one of my favorite comedians used to say about marijuana, Robin Williams used to talk about how can marijuana be a steroid or something that basically benefits athletes. Like, you're not going to see a person who smokes a lot of marijuana trying to do the bobsled and then, you know, get up out of the bobsled like, yeah, I won. No, you crashed the bobsled. I know. Can I have a Big Mac? You know. So, um, you know, I can make fun of that all the time. Not just because of the factor I can see how it's like, you're ridiculous. He did not get better at sports because he was smoking marijuana. He just didn't feel the pain until after the fact that they took him to the hospital and said, hey, you broke your knee on the court. Oh, really? I didn't feel it. By the way, can I have a Big Mac? It's a happy drug. It's a feel-good drug. The only negative side effects is the person doing marijuana will eat you out of house and home. That's it.
Possibly.
You know, I make fun of it all the time just because of the fact that I see how goofy some people can get on marijuana. But that's just my opinion. I feel so spoiled. The VA came last week and installed a 20-foot ramp outside, installed a chairlift for my stairs. Oh, yeah. One of the things that I do, I mean, my father had VA before he passed away. And if he would have used the VA to his benefit, he may still be knocking around here somewhere. But no. And my mom doesn't, my mom has VA benefits because of his career in the Air Force, but she does not use it to her benefits because,
Well, she does. It's just not a VA hospital around here.
Yeah,
She knows she could.
the closest VA hospital would be going to like Fort Leonard Wood or somewhere close to St. Louis.
No, Jeff City.
Oh, Jeff City, there's a VA?
Columbia.
Okay, I don't know where the VA hospitals are because I don't have the.
I think there's one in St. Robert.
Yeah, I don't have the usage of VA because I'm no longer younger than 21. Just like when my father passed away before I turned 16, and then up till I turned 21, I had the use, or I was getting VA benefits, financial benefits, because of his career, and we could have easily gone to the VA hospital, Luke Air Base in Phoenix, and used that to our benefits for whatever medical needs we needed, but Mom never took that up. She just took the VA income and lived her life out, or lives her life out, or whatever you want to call it. But I was happy just to grow up in the military and see a lot of things that most people at most ages don't get to see. 3 years in Germany, best 3 years of my life and my childhood. you know, um, I've had some good times in my youth, even my adult age. 2 different summers in Yellowstone National Park, things like that. So, what'd you do in the Air Force there, Diane? My father was, he started out in the Air Force as a helicopter mechanic during Vietnam, and then because of a hernia, they put him behind a desk, being a desk jockey for the crew that basically repaired or tested the torque wrenches that they use for the helicopters, the jet planes, whatever they needed a torque wrench to use for. But excuse me. Man, I don't have no more mead. I'll be honest with you, yeah, the military and the government does a whole lot more for their own people than the country does for them. Um, it's one of the problems I have with a lot of people who don't understand the military and what their purposes were for, and you know what good was the military. Well, let me see here. If it wasn't for the military, we wouldn't have our freedom or be protected for our freedoms. If it wasn't for the military, we might not be America because of World War II. Then, of course, most people here in America will like ridicule military personnel because of the problems of Vietnam. In fact, because of my 3 years in Germany, when we got back from Germany, fellow students, fellow school age kids my age, there was one particular one that I ended up getting into a real good fist fight. Wanted to call my family a bunch of Nazis. I can't help it if he was undereducated, but I was raised not to stand for that kind of stuff. So yeah, it got me into a lot of scrapes as a kid. Um, what? What you waving? Mm. But I grew up. Things changed. Um, we, how do you put it? We dealt with a lot as military families, military servicemen. Um, I wish we can understand. I wish the rest of the nation could see what they go through and understand what they deal with on a regular basis after service, after their term, their term in the military, however you want to put it. But you can't make everybody see what every individual serviceman or woman goes through. I mean, I know one or two who came back from overseas after dealing with combat situation where they end up having to deal with post-traumatic syndrome and other psychological traumas, and don't understand why some of them can't reintegrate into civilian life. Um, it's really hard for a lot of service people because of those things. But I attempted to go into the military myself. Unfortunately, due to medical problems, didn't really make it through basic training because of bronchial issues and what they called shin splints. So, did not get to do the following in the footsteps of my various family members, but it's because of my time as a kid with military personnel that I respect them and I understand what they go through on a regular basis. I understand that, well, especially from my point of view, growing up as a military child with learning disability and ADHD and hyperactivity, and the military didn't know what kind of
Services.
what
Services to get you.
what kind of services or what they needed to do, educational wise and medical wise, to get me through the system. That's their idea of letting me get through the system, is letting me fall through the loopholes. Didn't really help me out because I was held back multiple times, multiple grades. So yeah, there's all different things that happened back in the 70s and 80s for people like me, but you know, we all try to do our part. Anyhow, I do appreciate you guys who have been through the military, served, or had family members serve. But oh yes, it is Memorial Day weekend. I did not realize that. I had lost track of time. I'm lucky enough some days to remember what day it is, let alone what holiday is coming up.
You're lucky enough to remember to put your underwear on.
Look who's talking.
I don't wear underwear.
Yo, Kettle, you're black. But anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. This has been almost 15 minutes of having fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I don't know what else to call it right now. But oh, we got a couple latecomers. Hey Rita, I was actually about ready to get off, but I don't know. So, unfortunately, I am going to go ahead and get off because I don't want this to run too long, because then it takes forever to load it up. So, unfortunately, Rita, I'm sorry to say that you'll have to watch the video to get things caught up, to retake whatever what
Replay.
the replay. Thank you. But anyhow, hope you guys have a good night. Enjoy. You'll see tomorrow's video, which was done today. So I hope you guys have a good one. Enjoy. Good night. Bye.